What's going on? This is Ryan with Automatic Comics, and my submission to CBCS for my Fantastic Four 5 just came back. I have not looked at the grade, I haven't opened this up, so let's open this thing up together and see how it did. Alright, so before we get started, please remember to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more content like this. So if you watched my CGC CBCS submission video, you know that of all the books I submitted, I sent one to CBCS. And if I can find a picture of it before, I'll throw a picture up there. But the reason I sent this one to CBCS is this is my Fantastic Four number 5. It was missing a large chunk out of the front cover, but it was missing less than a third. And so a lot of times those remainder copies, which is when they would tear basically like a third or a half of the cover off, send that back to the distributors so they could get their money back for not selling the book. Those ones are generally considered 0.5s, but if it's less than a third, considered better than a 0.5, 1.0, something like that. But what I had noticed was that recently CGC has been grading missing pieces on the front cover very harshly and putting all kinds of things into the 0.5, even if it was less than a third of the cover. Whereas I was seeing with CBCS, I felt like they were grading them more accurately, what is generally considered the correct grade for those lower grades, and grading them as 1s, 1.5s, that kind of thing. So I decided I wanted to send this book in to CBCS, hoping that I would end up getting something higher than a 0.5. But it's possible that I won't. It's possible it'll still be a 0.5. I was a little concerned maybe something would come back as like restored, because there was some black that was coming through, but I think it was just dirt. It just looked like dirt to me. But kind of some background for this book, because this came back quick. I just put that video out, so kind of a timeline to give you an idea how quick this came back. I shipped this, I did this rapid, so they're rapid submission. So the total cost for that was $90 for the grading, $30 for the return shipping, and I had to spend about $11 to send the book out. So about $130. I mailed it out on March 7th. They received it on March 10th. I got the email that we received it on March 10th, so 3 days later. They had it graded by March 15th. Then they had it shipped by March 17th, and then came back on March 20th. That's when I got it. And for their rapid, they had the turnaround time is like 18 days or something like that, but they were way faster than that. I mean, so for them to ship it back out, it was a total of 7 days, so just 5 business days, so significantly faster than advertised. So now one thing I did do is I marked rapid on the package, make sure they knew to open it right away, that kind of thing. But so here's the box, seems packaged very safely. Let's cut into this thing, see what the grade is. Now, I bought this book a while ago. I took some notes so I could talk about that to make sure. So I bought this book back in July 1st of 2020. And so at that point, I paid $1,400 for this book, which for a Fantastic Four number 5 now is impossible. You cannot get a Fantastic Four number 5 anymore. First appearance of Dr. Doom for $1,400. It doesn't matter what the condition is. I just want to make sure I don't accidentally see the grade. I'm going to get this bubble wrap off so it's not super loud, and then we'll talk. Okay, got all the bubble wrap off. Haven't looked at it yet. It was packaged very well because it's just a single book in that box, lots of bubble wrap and everything. And at least the good thing for me not having things spoiled yet is that I can't tell if it's like restored or not, because with the CBCS labels, they don't do the different color labels for things like restored or qualified like CGC does. They just write restored above the grade. So if it's restored, it'll still look like a blue label, but it will say restored above it. Now, I think I have it facing the correct direction. So I'm going to try to do the what Skef does. And I'm going to try to say I'll have it come down from the top. I think that's so I don't spoil it for myself. All right. So, yep, so there's the front. So you can see, there's Dr. Doom. And then you can see that's where that big piece is missing. But in general, nice-ish looking copy. So let's see how it did. All right, there we go. So that's what I was hoping for. A 1.0, you know, no restoration, so blue label, and so that's kind of what I've been talking about. I was wondering if I was going to do this and I was going to get a 0.5, and I'd be like, I just I sent it there and I got the same grade I would have gotten. But you can see a 1.0. You know, it's missing less than a third of the front cover, and actually, I'll go and pull the grader's notes after this too, and maybe I'll throw them up on the screen so you can kind of see what they said about it. But yeah, 1.0, and looks really nice in the case. I do like the CBCS cases. One of the things I really like about the CGC ones is I do like how they make it more obvious what the grade is. I like having that kind of like stick out. But the CBS cases are nice. They do feel very sturdy. You know, like everybody talks about, you don't get the Newton rings, anything like that. But here's the back cover. You know, again, looks pretty nice. And that's the thing, like, it probably could have been cleaned up a little. You know, there's dirt and that kind of stuff on there. But I didn't feel like doing that would impact the grade. You know, with this big piece missing, this is the grade I was expecting to get. I didn't think that doing any cleaning or pressing would get it any better, and so I didn't want to spend the extra money and time getting it cleaned and pressed. So, Off-White Pages 1.0, Fantastic Four number 5, first appearance of Doctor Doom, full page ad for Incredible Hulk 1. So, yeah, beautiful book, very happy with it. Yeah, so this is actually my first submission to CBCS. I had never submitted a book to CBCS before, at least for these rapid type submissions. Very, very happy with that. I was really shocked with how quickly that got turned around. Now, I will say the CGC submission that I did at the same time, they did open it one day later. So this was opened on a Thursday. They opened theirs on a Friday, but that one is still in the Express book is still in queue for grading. It says it's grading encapsulation step, so it might be getting graded now. But the other two, the standard and economy, those two are still just received in queue for grading, so they haven't been graded yet. So they still have some time to go, and their delays are like 100 days, something like that. Their lag times are like 100 days, and so that one's months out regardless. The Express one is only about 18 days, I think, so I expect to get that one back at least relatively soon. Then I also said I had submitted a bunch of other books to a presser. I sent 71 books off to get pressed, and then those are still with the presser, and then they'll get sent directly to CGC for grading. So those ones have a long time. I did pay for Fast Track for everything that I could. Standard, you can't pay for Fast Track. Express, you can't pay for Fast Track. It's just the time is what it is. But I had some moderns in there, and I had some economies, and so those are Fast Tracked. But yeah, so I'm excited to get my first book back from CBCS. Again, great looking case. You know, they do a good job with the grader's notes. I really do like that. I wish CGC did provide more detailed grader's notes. It's a plus, but, you know, I don't think it's something that's absolutely necessary. But also just little things like the QR code that you can then scan and get those notes and everything. So, but yeah, rambling a little bit now. I'm real happy with this. Happy with the results here. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something from this about kind of what I've been saying about the grading on those lower grades between CGC and CBCS. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more content like this. I've got more videos over here if you'd like to watch some of my other videos, and the subscription button right here. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, I'd really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.